What's up? I am sweat trainer Kelsey Wells here with Well and Good for the Movement of the Month Club. Now this month is all about building strength in your glutes, and today's session is a glutes and quads workout. Now, 7 exercises. All you're gonna need is a mat and a resistance band, and I'm going to go ahead and demo all 7 exercises for you right now, right up front, so that you're going to know what to do when the time comes to get working. So, exercise number 1, fire hydrant and extend. You're going to go down on your hands and knees, wrists and shoulders stacked, knees and hips stacked. You are opening up about 30 degrees, extending that leg, back in and down. So a slight opening, extend, in and down. We're gonna be doing that on both sides, of course. Second exercise is the kneeling glute kickback. So again, we're gonna stay in this position. Now, this is a glute kickback pulse. So we're going to, again, make sure that we're all in line, make sure that our core is nice and strong and our neck stays in neutral spine. And you're going to kick back, and instead of coming back in, you're just going to pulse at the top here. I'm not looking for a huge range of motion. I just want you to stay nice and long and a nice pulse, small pulse. And then of course, we'll do the other side as well. The next exercise in this session is going to be a glute bridge and open. Let me show you what that is. So of course, a glute bridge, you are laying supine on your mat. That just means facing up, making sure your heels are about 10 inches from your bum. Your hands are going to be pressed into your mat. Core is nice and strong, and lift. This is our glute bridge. Now at the top of our glute bridge, we're gonna continue squeezing our glutes and open the knees and back together, all the while making sure we continue to squeeze at the top and then come back down. So up, open while we squeeze, keep squeezing, and down. Glute bridge and open. Next exercise, the double pulse squat. Simple, classic. So we're going to be with our feet slightly wider than shoulder width, toes slightly pointed out, core nice and strong. You want to engage your lats behind you, sitting back into that squat. Once your thighs are about parallel with the floor, come up slightly for that pulse, back down and to the top. So squat and pulse, driving up through your heels, back to the top. Next exercise, this one is a little bit unique. I don't think this is very common. It is one of the best body weight exercises you can do for your quads. It's called a hinge. So we are going to begin, I think it might be best to demo this way. So you're going to begin making sure that your feet are flexed. So your weight is like balanced on your toes like that. Now, again, you're going to engage those lats behind you. Core is really nice and strong. Bringing your arms out straight from your chest. This is your starting position. You are going to hinge back. You're hinging only at the knees. So I want you to imagine from your knees to your shoulders, you're as stiff as a board. Hinging at the knees until you feel that nice burn in your quads and come back up. You can do a very slight range of motion here. You can just hinge back a little bit. You will feel it. So depending on your fitness level and if you're familiar with this, you'll be going a different range. It doesn't matter as long as you're feeling that in your quads and your whole body is stiff and strong. So we're also gonna add an open to this. So we're going to hinge back, holding that hinge, open your arms, close, come back out. So that is our hinge and open. Next exercise, alternating lunges. Absolutely classic. You want to stand to make sure that your feet are about shoulder width apart. And it's really important with any sort of lunge that your feet remain shoulder width apart. Lots of times people lunge and put their feet together and then you're gonna lose stability. So you wanna stay with your feet shoulder width apart, lunging forward, knee in line with your toe, and back, alternating to the other leg, and back. Hands can be here on your hips or out in front of you, but your core is strong, slightly leaning forward as you lunge. Now, our final exercise in this workout is going to be a step tap. Very simple, very good low impact cardio move. This is our burnout move of this workout, so it's gonna feel really easy right now, but it'll be the perfect way to finish off the session shortly. Feet shoulder width apart, core nice and strong as always, hands come in front, and you're just going to shift your weight, staying in a little squat, step and tap. Trust me, you'll be feeling this in your quads at the end of our session. Whew, all right, those are all 7 of the exercises that we are about to do in this glutes and quads workout. I'm so excited to get into it with you. Grab a drink of water, make sure you are all warmed up, pause the video for a second to do so, and then meet me back here on your mat. All right, this workout is going to take about 15 to 20 minutes. We are beginning with our activation. Activation is 2 exercises done consecutively, 3 laps, 30 seconds each, no resting between. So exercise 1 is the fire hydrant and extend. Exercise 2 is your kneeling glute kickback pulse. So I'm gonna get our timer started for us. We're gonna stay down on the floor for this entire activation. 30 seconds each exercise, 3 rounds, beginning right now. So again, shoulders and wrists are stacked. We are going to open 30 degrees, extend, and back in. 15 seconds on each side. And it's already time to switch. Open, extend, keeping that core nice and strong. I like to point my toe. 1 more rep here. Beautiful. Now going into our glute kickback pulse. And these are time-based, not rep-based, so you can go at your own pace, and I will let you know when it's time to switch sides. In 3, 2, and other leg. Core is nice and strong. Beautiful. All right, without rest, we're going straight back into those fire hydrants. 15 seconds. Making sure you're breathing. And other side. Let's check our time. Beautiful. Heading into our kickback pulses again. And 3, 2, switching sides. Should be feeling it now in your glutes, both your standing glute and the working leg. And into our final round, open, extend, open, extend. Core is nice and strong, wrists and shoulders stacked. Other side. And heading into our last round of glute kickback pulse. Using your breath and switch sides. Almost there to our first rest. Remember, a small range of motion on these. And 3, 2, beautiful. All right, take a minute, get a drink of water if you need one. The next portion of our session is going to be a superset. So we are supersetting the glute bridge and open and the double pulse squat. Now, we will be using a resistance band on both of these moves. So I want you to find one that is open-ended and tie it together. If you need a second to do so, what you're gonna do is put it behind your legs, tie it in front. I've already pre-done mine to the perfect place. So I'm gonna slip that on. And then we are beginning laying back down on our mat again with that glute bridge and open. Now, this is going to not be time-based, this is rep-based. So we are going to be doing 3 rounds of the superset. Exercise 1, exercise 2, 12 reps each, and then we will have about a 30-second rest, 3 laps. So not continuous time under tension, this is a little bit more strength-based. I want you to really be focusing on your form and going slow and steady. I will be calling out form tips if you're unfamiliar, watch and listen to me. And if you know your stuff, really focus in on that mind-muscle connection. So superset number 1, let's get that first round going with our glute bridge and open for 12 reps. Up, squeeze, open. 1. Driving your hips up, open while you squeeze. And 2. That's 4. 5. Up, open, together, keep squeezing. Halfway. Up, open, together, down. Up, squeeze, squeeze, and down. And 3. Only 2 more. Really squeeze at the top all throughout. Last one, hips up, open, together, and down. Now, hopping right up for the second exercise in our superset. It's that double pulse squat. So we continue to have our resistance band about right above your knees, open to that squat position, toes slightly pointed out, down to that squat, up for the pulse, and back up. Again, core is strong, lats engaged behind you, pulse, and up. We're here for 12. That was 3, down, pulse, 4, down, pulse, 5. Your knees are in line with your toes. 6, nice proud stance. 7, and pulse. 8, making sure your knees are really driving out so that band doesn't cave. 9, down, pulse. 10, 2 more. Pulse. Last one. Nice work. Okay, brief rest, about 30-second rest right here, 20 to 30 seconds. Enough to recover a little bit, but not to fully let your heart rate get down. So back onto the floor. We will be starting with our glute bridge and open. Adjust that band as you need to. It shouldn't be around your knees. It needs to be around, think about like the bottom of your quad muscles where that should go. All right, we're gonna get going in 3, 2, round 2, superset 1. Lifting, squeeze at the top, open, together, and down. Lift, open, breathing all throughout. That's 3, lift, squeeze while you open. Squeeze, almost halfway. 6 more. That's 6, and 5. Squeezing at the top, continue that squeeze. And 3. Almost there. Open, down, last one. Driving up, squeeze while you open, and back down. Beautiful. Straight back up and into those squat pulses. Keeping up your momentum. Squat and pulse. We're gonna pick up the pace here. You guys know the form. That's 2 of 12. Nice. 4, squat and pulse. 5, halfway already. Counting down from 6. 5, only 3 more. 3, knees in line with your toes, chest is proud. 2, last one. Beautiful. Take a breather, get a drink of water. Whew, your heart rate should be up right now. If not, you're not working hard enough. Okay, about a 30-second rest right here. Keeping this band right where it is, adjusting if necessary, and back down for our last round of superset 1. All right, we're getting back into that last round of our first superset, starting with that glute bridge and open in 3, 2, 1. Up, open, squeezing those glutes the whole way through. Open, palms facing down, pressed into the mat. Squeeze, open, keep squeezing, and down. It's not for speed. It's actually harder to go slow and controlled. And we are already halfway. Last set, best set. Last time we're doing these today, come on. And 4. Up, squeeze, 3. So close. 2. And last one. Good job. Right back up into that last set of our double pulse squats. Keeping that quicker pace, squatting, pulse, and up. Last set of 12. And pulse. And 5, knees in line with toes. Driving up through your heels, that's halfway. Use your breath, you should hear yourself breathing. Big active exhales. And down, pulse. One more. Beautiful. Okay, take a second. 30-second rest while we set up for superset 2. So you can ditch the resistance band. Superset 2, remember the hinge and open. We're gonna lead with that one. 10 reps of the hinge, 16 reps of the alternating lunges. So beginning with our feet or our knees about shoulder width apart, making sure that your feet are flexed behind you so you really have that nice stability. You are not going to hinge this way at the hips. Remember, board is straight, hip flexors are straight, you're hinging at the knees, not at the hips for this. And again, this is rep-based, not time-based, so I will lead you through at a slow and steady pace, maybe getting a little bit quicker in the next 2 rounds of this. 3 rounds in total, 30-second rest between our rounds, 10 reps of our hinge. This time, we'll be doing it without the open and then we'll add it in. So arms right out front, straight forward from your chest, core is strong and hinging back. That's 1. 2. 3. You don't want any tension in your low back. If you're feeling it in your lower back, shorten your range of motion. Halfway. Body is a board. Beautiful. And hinge for 7. Holding yourself up with those toes. Really feeling it in the quads. Only 2 more. Back and up. Last one. Hinge and up. Okay, alternating lunges. So we're up. We're going to begin, remember, in fact, I'm gonna do it this way so you can see how far apart my feet are. Shoulder width or slightly wider, core is nice and strong. Arms right here or on your hips. Stepping forward, knee in line with toe. And 2, 3, 4, 16 in total, 8 per side. 5, 6, 7, keeping your feet shoulder width for stability. Halfway there. Keep breathing. Your chest does come a little bit forward. And 3, 2, actually, I just think we have one more. Boom, there it is. 30-second rest, well done. Grab a drink of water. A little bit longer for our rest here. We're going to be doing 2 more rounds of that, beginning with the hinge. This time we are gonna add that opening. If you're uncomfortable, if this move is advanced for you right now, don't worry about it, just hinge backward. with the mobility range that feels right for you. You should feel it in your quads, but nothing should be hurting, okay? No pain in your lower back. With the alternating lunges, we will be doing 60 more reps. All right, ready for round 2 of superset 2? Okay. Down to that hinge. Knees about shoulder width apart. Arms out from your chest. Back, open. That's 1. And 2. Back core is strong. 3. 10 reps here. Beautiful, halfway there. And 5, it really gets your abs as well. That's 4. Last one. Up into our alternating lunges. Feet shoulder width apart, lunging forward. Making sure I'm in camera range there for you. That's 3. Knees in line with toe. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. Okay, 30-second rest. Now, one more set. I have a little motto I always say, I'm sure you've heard me say it by now in this series, last set, best set. This is our last opportunity to do these 2 exercises today, so give it your best. You know the form. I'll still cue you, guide you, focus in, think about your body, breathe into your muscles. You are getting stronger. That feeling of being out of breath, it's not a signal of weakness, it is a signal that you are growing stronger. About 10 more seconds if you need some water, sweat towel, and get ready to meet me down on your mat for those last round of hinges. All right, 10 hinges in 3, 2, 1. Arms out of your chest. That's 1, beautiful. Hinging at the knees. And 3. Hinge back for 4, open. Or modify right here. 7, remove the open and just hinge, or add it back in. And 9, last one, hold strong, hold strong. I know your quads are burning. Nice work, all right. Alternating lunges, last set, best set. Core nice and strong. Hinging forward, knee in line with your toe. 4, 5, 6, almost halfway. 7, there it is. Count down from 8, 7, nearly there, guys. 6, 5, 4, 3, back is straight and strong. 2, last one. Woo! You should feel your quads on fire right now. Now, 30-second rest. Yes, grab a drink of water if you need one. We are down to our final 60 seconds of this workout. We are getting into those super easy little step taps. It's gonna feel different right now, like I promised you it would. So let me get my timer up. Somewhere here. All right, we've got 60 seconds on the clock. Starting now, core is strong, slight bend in the knees, shifting your weight. Just a nice step and tap. This is a great alternative for jogging in place if you need a low impact option. Remember that cardio doesn't always have to mean plyo. The key to this one is that you are light on your feet. Your core remains engaged the entire time. You stay in this light squat position, just shifting your weight back and forth and tapping that toe lightly in front of you. We're already at 40 seconds. Final 20 seconds of our session. And 10. So close. And 3, 2, 1. Well done. Listen, I am so huge on making sure that the motive for your movement is healthy. And one of the ways that I do that is always bringing in a moment of gratitude for your body after your session. So before we get into a brief cool down, I want you to place your hands on your heart, take a deep inhale, and just mentally tell your body, thank you, because ultimately it is your best friend getting you through every single day, everything that you do, whether or not you care to pay attention to it or even treat yourself the right way. So if you haven't been, that's gonna start today, right? So we're grateful for our bodies. We just slayed a glutes and quad session, and now I'm going to lead you through a brief 2-minute cool down. Of course, you can go longer if you need to. We're gonna start with a nice quad stretch. So firmly on one leg. If you need to grab a chair, grab a chair. Ooh, my quads are feeling it. And pull. Oh, it feels so good, right? Beautiful. Other side. I'm still a little unsteady on my left leg ever since my ankle surgery, but we're getting there, making a lot of progress. Stretch those quads, it feels so good. Now we're gonna get into a nice hip flexor stretch. So feet shoulder width apart, you're just gonna lean. You should feel that right along here. And make sure you're breathing through. Feels so good. With this one, if you'd like to add a quad stretch here, you're in that hip flexor stretch, lean down and pull that up back here. One of my favorites. And other side, going into that hip flexor stretch. Lean and pull that quad if you want to. It is absolutely imperative that you cool down after your session. Of course, a warm-up is important as well, and I did ask you to warm up prior, but if you're going to skip one, please never skip your cool down. Your body will thank you for it. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm proud of you, but most importantly, I hope you are proud of yourself because that is what matters. Now, this has been Movement of the Month Club. I'm sweat trainer Kelsey Wells. Hit subscribe for more workouts like this with Well+Good, and you can train with me anytime in the Sweat app.